Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. We just have to look at IHF Challenge, where our boys are really doing well. When it comes to handball right now, seems Nigeria is the in thing right now because we are doing so well. We just won 2 matches also yesterday over there in Congo, Brazzaville. IHF Challenge, Nigeria beat Zambia, Zimbabwe in handball on day 3. Right now, out of 6 games they've played so far, they've won 5, losing only 1. And right now, the team under 20, under 18, under Coach Inamani and Coach Obi are really doing so well. And Nigerians can't wait to see how they will actually scoop this particular trophy. Well, a match will be coming up today in the, for the under 20. But right now, we need to celebrate what they are doing for the fact that they've been doing so well over there, beating all the countries they've met so far, except for one that they've been at least a loss against. Well, right now, good one for Team Nigeria. That is the handball team under 20 and under 18. I have in the studio Joseph Peter. Good to have you.
Good to have you, sir. Good morning.
Yes, so their boys seems to be having at least they are having it so easy now. Let me use that word. 55-19, 50-18. Yesterday was almost the same margin, except for the first match they played. Our under 20 lost the game, under 18 won, and since then under 18 are yet to lose any match. Under 20 only lost 1, and they played 3 matches.
You know, it's always easy. It looks easy when the team is winning, and for them to be winning and being of young age coming up, it's a great thing. They will build winning mentality. They will know how to win. Knowing how to win is something also. They will know how to win, and by the time they arrive at the peak of the level of game they should be playing, then we will expect more victory, more than we are seeing now. It's a great feeling to have them to beat the Z countries. I call them Zambia, Zimbabwe. Z countries.
They even defeated the host country, Congo.
You can imagine going to a host country. You know, the opposition there is one thing. The officiating is always another thing, and then you still get to conquer and win. That tells you that there's something special in these boys.
Something special in our under 18 and under 20 handball team right now for the boys. They are really dominating Africa, and hopefully they will also win today as the under 18, rather under 20 will be playing, and let's see what they'll be doing concerning that game. Hopefully they can win. They've been doing so well, and we just have to appreciate what they've been doing so far over there in Congo, Brazzaville. And from that particular story, let's talk about the women. The NWFL Matchday 7 matches were also played across Nigeria, where Delta Queens shock Bayelsa Queens at home. Good one for Delta, although it was a South derby, but it was Delta Queens actually carried the day in that particular encounter there. Delta Queens defeating Bayelsa Queens. And let's look at the results of the NWFL as it went down across different centers just yesterday. Well, Bayelsa Queens lost that game against Delta Queens, where Chinaza Ago scoring 2 goals, a brace there. Chinyere Boamalu pulling one back for those scoring for Bayelsa Queens there. It was a good one for Delta Queens, scoring 2 against 1 against the host team. Heartland Queens 2. Lucky Mary and Chizoba Orji scoring for Heartland Queens over there in Imo as they were able to defeat Oshun Babes. And you have Royal Queens versus Rivers Angels. This it was a goalless match in that encounter. Still looking at the result as it went down just yesterday. Nasarawa Amazons actually won 2-1 against Abia Angels. 2-1 there. Ogiovi Kesiena and Abigail Sunday scoring for Amazons. And you have Nkechi Agams pulling one back for Abia Angels. FC Robo Queens, they are yet to win any match this competition so far, but right now they're able to bounce back, and they won this game 3-0 against Adamawa Queens. Mistura Yusuf, Esther Yenezide, and Rukayat Shobowale, they were able to score those goals, and congrats to all the players actually scored. For Ibom Angels against Conference Queens, it was a 1-0 in favor of the visiting team, Conference Queens, courtesy of Chioma Moses, who actually pipped that goal for Conference Queens against Ibom Angels. Good one for Conference Queens, and also FC Robo Queens being able to do this 3-0 against Adamawa Queens. And if you quickly look at the way the table is standing in the women version of it, that's Group A. Delta Queens are top with 16 points after playing 6 matches. You have Bayelsa Queens second. They lost that game at home. That's Samson Siasia Stadium over there in Yenagua. Rivers Angels, they have 9 points, trailing the 2 other South teams there. Heartland Queens, they have 8 points after 6 matches. Nigeria Test of Abuja, 7 points from 6 matches. Royal Queens, who actually played draw, they have 4 points. -7 in their goal difference, and Osun Babes having 3 points from 6 matches. Let's look at Group B as also standing. Edo Queens are topping with 12 points after doing so well, winning they've really done well, winning 4 games over, losing only 2. Nasarawa Amazons are second with 10 points from 6 matches, followed by Abia Angels, also the same margin of point, but that's +1 and +4. Conference Queens are fourth with 10 points also, and you have Adamawa Queens, FC Robo, and Ibom Angels, all trying to see who will stand top between 5, 6, and 7. But for Nasarawa Amazon, Abia Angels, and Conference Queens is 10 points apiece. Joseph.
Yeah, I was looking at the table, and it's the two neighbors, Edo, Benin, and Delta. Seems to be topping both groups of the
Delta Queens and Edo Queens.
Yeah, it's going good for them, and it's a good thing. Another result that caught my eye was the one of Confluence Queen going away to go and win at an away game. It's very, very nice. You know, when I kind of evaluate the NPFL, both male and female, I tend to focus on the officiating is always like catching my attention. You know, if you look at the game now against Ibom Angels and Confluence, the fact that Confluence went and took an away victory kind of speaks well about the league, because previously in the recent past, there's this home must win syndrome, not just in the Premier League but in all age grades of the competition of our league. But for this kind of development to be coming up, because even that I saw it in the league, in the male version of the NPFL, away teams winning, taking draws and all that, it speaks well. It means that there is some form of fairness in officiating, and that will definitely improve the league.
It will improve the league. Talking about the NWFL, Matchday 7 as it went down just yesterday. A lot of matches were played, but right now teams like Nasarawa Amazon, Confluence Queens smiling home, and also not forgetting Delta Queens also being able to defeat Bayelsa Queens over there in Yenagua at Samson Siasia Stadium. Congrats to all the winning team, and those who lost, they just have to hope for more. At least you say have more race to run in this particular competition. It's a marathon, like I always say, not the team that are leading right now. All you need to do is be focused and believe in yourself. Giving you update concerning Nigeria Women Football League right now. Let's switch to the men's version. Some matches we actually play. 4 matches were played yesterday. Aqua United hold Eyimba in Aba. Eyimba defeated Nasarawa United in their first match. That's right now they actually drew in their second match at home. Aqua United being able to share the spoil against Eyimba is something nice. Let's look at the results of other matches that was being played just yesterday. Eyimba was goalless against Aqua. You have Lobby Stars. They pipped Enugu Rangers by a lone goal. Joseph Atule was the icing on the cake for Lobby Stars, as they were able to do it against Enugu Rangers. Abia Warriors 3-1 against Bayelsa United. A good one for Abia Warriors, 1-2-3. Kalun Weke, Bello Idowu, or the one they call Lukman also, alongside Henry Udezuka among the scorers for Abia Warriors. And you have Dakada FC defeating Wicked Tourists of Bauchi, who actually put one back, cost of Ismaila Meyaki. You have Kufri Ebong and Aniekan Ekpe being the goal scorers for Dakada FC. Joe, you look at the way it is right now, all the home teams actually did well, except for Eyimba also. They shared the spot against Aqua United. And
I was expecting Eyimba to win the match, considering their away performance in the previous game. So I was thinking they would be at home.
For them to win,
for them to yes, it's a simple thing. You won away, which is tougher. Then at home, you should be able to do the job. But you know, it's a very big match. It's a derby match. And also, I looked at the fact that Aqua did not really do well in their first game, so I expected them also to be battered.
So they're bracing up against
Eyimba. But they must have improved. But you know, derbies always have their stories. The stories of derbies are always different. I believe that's what happened. But for Eyimba not to be able to win the match, I think I don't expect that from them. I expected them to win that game. And the other game between between Lobby and Rangers, I don't know. Yeah, I think 1-0. Lobby and Rangers.
1-0.
1-0.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like Rangers is declining.
No, it happens to. I noticed that if you remember when Shooting Stars started their own, They went down, in fact, down to NNL and all that. Remember when the insurance were back now? Same thing happened to them. So it seems, look at Kano Pillars. If a team has really done well, your own time will come. And it seems Rangers are having the same style now.
You know, they say football is about time. Everybody has its time. I believe this may not really be it for Rangers because their losing streak started from last season.
Exactly.
And it's extending to this season.
Out of 10, they've only been able to win 2 matches.
Exactly. So I don't want to say this is their own Kano Pillar situation happening to them. I believe that they can come back from there. A very, very massive thing in the NPFL. We all know that
Pillar was also massive.
Yeah.
Very massive.
But I expect them to use Kano Pillar's situation and learn with it. That's what I expect. We all saw what happened to Kano Pillar. Kano Pillar it wasn't just about bad footballing. It comprises of bad management, the staff, the fans giving problem and all that. It's a whole lot of situation or a lot of deductions that brought about the relegation of Kano Pillars. But in the case of Rangers is not really
They're not
bad.
going through any issues.
It's not so bad for them. They don't have issues with their fans. They don't have issues with players. I think the issue comes from technical side of it. Okay, something is wrong. The coaching staff.
What about the players too?
Yeah, but if you have the right coaching staff, you will have the right mentality from the players, and even if those players are not good, you will get the right replacement for them. You understand? So if as a coach, the material that you have, you don't know how to use it, and yet you are not doing anything to change it, then I believe everything is on you.
Are you automatically saying Mekaba, that's the coach of Rangers, is not good enough?
I'm not saying Mekaba is not good enough. I know Mekaba personally. Mekaba is one of the best coaches in this country. I know his track record, what he has done. But there are times where it just doesn't work out. And things, you need to switch things up. It's just like, I don't want to go for it, but I could relate it to some coaches now. You have to switch things up.
Let's remain in our country.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. It's hard not to use the example, but I think Mekaba is everybody knows Mekaba. He has been in the league, he has done it, he has won it, we all know that. But if a particular method is not working, I think you better change it. And I think he better...
The earlier the better for him. And check his style.
Yeah, he needs to do that because Rangers are actually a good team.
A good team when it comes to Rangers, what they call the flying antelope. They really need to get it right. For now, almost 10 matches, only 2 wins there for Mekaba. They need to work well because right now, the fans that follow Rangers, just like Kano Pillars, very, very humongous in Nigeria. And they just have to do something concerning one of those oldest clubs that really done when it comes to football in the NPFL. Giving you updates concerning those matches that actually played yesterday across different stadia in Nigeria. Now let's look at the fixture that will be coming up today. Matches will also be coming up, and we look at those games that will be coming up in the NPFL. In Group A, you have El Kanemi Warriors. They'll be tackling Nasarawa United at El Kanemi Stadium in Maiduguri. Bende Insurance versus Plateau United. What a match there. Gombe United versus Remo Stars. Another big one. Shooting Stars against Kwara United. Well, they're actually neighbors, but who will carry the day between Shooting Stars of Ibadan at Lake Salami Stadium in Adamasiba in Ibadan there. We have Group B, Niger Tornadoes. Will they be flying or throwing a lot of tornadoes against Doma United? Can they withstand it? That's for the players to actually answer with the way they play. Sunshine Stars of Akure will be facing Rivers United, defending champion of the league.
Looking at El Kanemi Warriors and Nasarawa United match, we expected Nasarawa United to take at least a point against Eimba last week. They couldn't. Now is their chance to redeem themselves.
It is very possible.
Eimba took their chance and failed to continue the winning streak. Now I expect Nasarawa to try to also recover.
Of course, maybe if Eimba could do it.
To do it.
I remember their media officer, Eche Amos, was actually saying they can pick maximum point on goal.
That's what he said. He said the players were in high spirit. So I hope they're in a higher spirit this time around because they require higher spirit to actually take a point at El Kanemi. Well, my attention went to Group A and Group B, and I saw Gombe United and Doma. And I wish, I hope the both of them make it enough to play, make it high enough to play the playoffs. I want to see those two play each other because they are from the same state.
Yes, Gombe and Doma,
Yeah.
right? Well, good one there. Giving you update concerning those matches. Nasarawa United will be tackling Academy Warriors, Bende Insurance, Plateau United, Gombe Remo, Shooting Stars Kwara, Niger Tornadoes, Doma United, Sunshine Stars, Rivers United. Good one, but something actually caught my attention. 3 days ago, I saw Wiki Tourist vehicle actually have issues on the road at night, and somebody was saying, okay, this particular issue of this traveling by road for teams, and you notice that at times you have fixtures that are supposed to be played on Wednesday, they have to shift it by extra 1 day because the teams coming, the visiting team will be tired. They'll be jet lagged. El Kanemi Warriors, Nasarawa, and imagine the distance between Jos to Borno State. Imagine the distance between Lagos to Abuja. You understand? So something must be done about this.
You know, I don't know why our teams are still traveling by road, but that tells you.
Of fun, I guess.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's fun. I think it's down to the finances of the league. The league does not have enough, or does not pay enough, or is not privatized enough. Because I would think that in other country, maybe an airline would take that opportunity to use it and maybe
fly.
Yeah,
but the airline can fly all at once. Maybe they have,
exactly. But you know, there are some states you can't even go.
But on the nearest state.
But it doesn't make sense when Shooting Stars is traveling all the way to El Kanemi, to Maiduguri.
They can fly to at least.
Fly. There's an airport in Maiduguri. So the league is just poor. To be honest with you, the league is poor. You talk about, you saw a car spoiled. I've seen a car being robbed. We all have seen where
players being
every
robbed.
season. In fact, I think for the past 3 seasons, buses have been robbed. So the issue is actually, it's fundamental. It's not just, it's way beyond we thinking, okay, maybe there is no airport or for fun. No, nobody wants to. As a footballer, you need the complete and ultimate rest.
Attention, there are some clubs that have not been even able to pay the salaries of the players, let alone flying them.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying the financing of the league and the money in the league is too small. It's way below average. Go to other countries.
But let me say this, it's not by force that a state must own a team. If they cannot afford it, maybe a yardstick should be drawn that, okay, if you cannot fly, like the IMC now coming up with so many modalities, if you cannot fly these players anymore, or let's find a way to cancel this road, except it's very short. This road trip has a lot of toll on this player.
Let me tell you,
it can be done.
Let me tell you something, sir. Do you know the major problem with our league is the fact that politics is involved in it. Politicians are actually the ones at the helm of
Europe. There is politics there, one way or the other.
That is football politics. You don't have UK government running a club in the UK. That's the problem. The problem is these governors, mostly governors, are the ones running football clubs.
Hopefully.
To be maybe opportunities where, or situations where clubs will be able to maybe fly their players to wherever they want to go. Minimum trip on the road should be maybe interstate. Maybe when two states share borders, they can play each other. Gombe can travel to Bauchi and play each other. Bauchi can travel to Maiduguri. It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense when El Kanemi is traveling to Shooting Stars.
In Ibadan.
I look at the situation of Kwara. I believe Kwara are not playing at home. Kwara are playing at Shooting Stars.
Like they are swapping.
Exactly. So it just doesn't make sense.
Well, we just hope that that particular clarion call to the IMC, they need to look at this particular scenario where our footballers travel a very long distance before they get to where they will play. They will be tired, and before you know it, their performance will drop. And also the issue of insecurity on the road, and also the road, for the fact that the roads are not even well fixed. It's another problem facing our league. It's not about the referee alone. We need to look at the players, what they are facing on the road. Away from Nigerian football now, let's talk about EPL. Crystal Palace put a dotted line to Manchester United, their easy run. They've won 9 matches, and right now they were looking for the 10th at the 98th minute. God knows where Michael Olise got that.
I told somebody something. I said, everybody's crying and shouting, Man U is in form, Man U is in form. Yes, Man U is winning.
But they are in form.
Let me tell you who is in form. Man U, Rashford, Casemiro, De Gea, they are in form. Those 3 players, they are in form. Any day they are quiet, or any day something goes wrong with them, Man U drops. Yesterday Rashford was poor. There was no much goal. It was only 1 goal that Fernandes could score. At the long end of the game, Casemiro got booked. That's a big blow for Manchester United against Arsenal.
He won't be playing the next match.
He won't be playing the next match. It's not good for them.
But you're happy?
I'm not happy. Personally, people thought that I would be happy, but I'm not happy. Why? Because I believe even with Casemiro, I can beat Manchester United. I wanted them to be full squad. I don't want any excuse. I don't want anybody coming to me, there's no Casemiro. I don't want to hear that. Because I know Saliba will stop Rashford this time around. And if we stop Rashford, Fernandes will all get angry all over the field.
Okay, let's talk about this. Crystal Palace, Man United.
I will come back to that. I plan to come back to that actually. So, if David De Gea yesterday was brilliant. There was this volley he saved that hit the bar. If not for him, I know a couple of 2 or 3 goals that may have entered Manchester United's net. So, the fact that they played draw, everybody is like, where is that one coming from? I know where it's coming from. It's bound to happen when you are not winning game convincingly. They were not winning game really convincingly. The fact that they had a draw yesterday is a bad day for them. They should have won that game. We almost all believed they are going to win the game until Olise came up with something. We didn't know where that one came up from. I look at the yard of the free kick. It was too perfect. It was pitch perfect. And that's why it had to be a goal. I'm sorry for Man United, but I think this is a dent on their title race.
Well, from the way it is, even though a dent or not, they actually at least add 1 more point, so they are stand. Let's look at the way the table is standing in the EPL right now. You have Man United right now. They are standing tall. They're just a point ahead of Newcastle. They jumped to number 3 on the position with 8 goal difference. And if you look at it right now, Man United, the battle race is really on. They are trailing. They've joined Manchester City on the same point. So who's go through? Is Manchester red or sky blue? We look at that. Now let's flip it. So 11 to 10, where Crystal Palace actually standing 12th. They have a -9 goal difference. You have 23 points for Crystal Palace. Actually, they share the spot with Manchester United, and they have 23 points, standing 12th on the table.
It's a good one for Crystal Palace. They were up at the beginning of the season, but then they've been declining recently, losing games that I know they should not be losing, and even drawing games they should not be drawing. To get this big, massive 1 point against Manchester United should be a kind of a motivation for them to go back up where we know they can be.
Join those from 1st to 10.
Yeah, because that has been their positions recently. And at the beginning of this season, after that Arsenal game, which they lost, they've been doing well. I thought they would be up there struggling with the likes of Brighton and all that, but it's a good one. I think this is an opportunity for them to push up.
Opportunity to push up for Crystal Palace, sharing that spot against Manchester United, and for United to be on par right now with Man City. Let's see if really the blue, the sky blue or the red, talking about Man United, will be fighting hard to see who will be trailing Arsenal, the Gunners, over there at the EPL. Quickly, let's scroll to Spanish Copa del Rey results. Matches were also played. Good one for all the teams that won. Atletico Madrid 2-0 against Levante. Atletico Bilbao defeated Espanyol by a lone goal. You have Sporting Gijon versus Valencia. Valencia making it 1-2-3-4. You have Real Betis sharing a 2-2 against Osasuna. That will be a replay for them. But from the way it is, Valencia, Atletico Bilbao, Atletico Madrid, the ball scale through to next round.
I don't know where Valencia is getting all this they are winning from. They've been winning games.
But La Liga, they are not really doing well in La Liga.
Yeah, but recently, I think this is like 3
they are picking
matches
up.
they've picking up. They've been picking up. I don't know where they are getting it from.
Gattuso is getting the rhythm.
It took him too long. Okay, we have Atletico Madrid. They're going to win away. It's a good one for them. I heard that they are going to improve their team, and I really wish that they move up also and also do well in this Copa del Rey, because I feel like if Diego Simeone gets to win Copa del Rey or any major trophy, I think it's time for him to bow out.
No, of course, and news came out that he will be buying out by the end of the season. At least he has been with them for a very long time. Diego Simeone fantastic player when he was a player, and now as a coach, he's been very fantastic for Atletico Madrid. At least he has taken them to Champions League twice, back to back.
Back-to-back
Even though he couldn't scoop it, but at least he shows that he's a coach that knows his onions.
Yeah, he also won the La Liga, let's not forget. And he has, I think I've never seen a coach last as long as he did in the Spanish La Liga. Or at least in my own time that I've watched football, they've always been maybe 2-3 years and then they go. But for his own case, he did absolutely wonderfully well for Atletico Madrid. Wherever they have become now, the force that they are reckoned to be now is as a result of Atletico, of Diego Simeone. He took them to wherever they are now, not minding the decline and whatever that is happening. There were nobody. Atletico Madrid were not to be considered. I know those days it used to be Real Madrid, Barcelona, Deportivo La Coruña, and Valencia, Villarreal also, Sevilla. But look at it now. If you mention Barcelona, Madrid, you would have no choice but to call Atletico Madrid.
Even in Europe.
Yeah, even in Europe. And he made them what they are now. He made it possible. So I really hope he wins something and then bows out respectfully.
You need to bow out respectively. But before we go, when you look at football in Nigeria, I'm taking you back home now.
Okay.
Well, one way or the other, even though we are not yet there, but I think we are edging step by step. With all the modalities put in place by IMC and NFF, NPFL, Ministry of Youth and Sport, trying to see everything just getting better, even though we need more to be done, like we talk about the issue of flight, but really, I think it's getting better, little by little. Do you agree with that?
You know how the chameleon moves?
It's slow.
That's the kind of movement we are embarked on now. When it comes to administration of the sport, it looks like building blocks are being, put in place. It looks like the LMC has finally shifted to a direction to move forward. IMC. But the pace is what worries me. And then another, maybe they need to involve the private sector more into the Nigerian football. I think it will help a lot. The private sector
will help a lot. Coming from Joseph Peter, if we involve the private sector in Nigerian football development, that will be it on 360 Sports on Trust TV. Joseph Peter, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, sir.
I am Adeni Ajishafe. Sport is business and fitness. Thanks for watching.